Imagine making all these installations, and when you are in a final stretch, you drill on your smart relay. I drilled our smart relay.
Welcome back to our Vantastic channel, and this episode is sponsored by yours truly, ourselves. So thank you everyone who is watching our videos, it means a lot to us. Our sun blinds are broken, and we did ask for the spare part from the Adria at the caravan store, but they did not sell anything except buying this whole cassette curtain. 300 euros. No way we are going to spend that kind of money. We have a €3 fix, so super glue and these tiny little magnetics. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, there is a gap, but it works. Awesome sauce.
We upgraded the whole electrical system of our van. We have been thinking about upgrading it for 5 years, but there has been buts. Our AGM batteries that are 5 years old now, and they have just worked for us. So we decided when those AGM batteries dies, then we upgrade to lithium, and that's what we did. Those batteries are heavy. Whew. Now it's empty. Last fall our first AGM battery died, and the last one actually died I think a week before we got our lithium batteries. We ordered those lithium batteries last fall, 7 months ago.
There was some delay on shipping, the whole ship exploded or something.
Yeah, there was a fire on Chinese port and our lithium batteries were there on that port. So it got delayed a lot because of that. But yeah.
Finally we did got them, and it was a bit scary install.
When you imagine lithium batteries, 400 amp hours that we bought, they can produce something around 2000 amps out from the batteries. So if something bad happens, there's a lot of sparks for long period of time. That's why installing lithium is always a little bit scary. The first thing that we did was taking that passenger seats off there, so we have more room for our new electrical system. Täällä ei ole mitään virtoja täällä. Tässä rupeaa kaikkea. Otis nuo johot. Menty silleen, että jes on. Mikä tää? Noin vittu täällä.
Mitä se vaan niin tiukas?
Se on niin tiukas. Saadaan puduaari. Tulee hyvää puduaari.
Yay, my corner! It's a hell of a job, but I'm sure it's all worth it.
Now we have disassembled everything. So we just have to put everything together again.
Yay.
But now we have lots of room.
Lots of more room. Yes. Let's start figure out which one was where. We had to disassemble, for example, sewer lines. There's grounding cables, electrical central, all the cupboards inside. Then we got out the seats. There's still huge holes on bottom of our van, but we will be stocking those with metal plates in the future with glue. This is electric block for motorhomes. They are really common in Europe. Actually, almost every motorhome in Europe has this shout electric block. Basically, it's a fuse box with some things controlling, for example, fridge while you're driving and charging, and yeah, it's charger also inside. But yeah, now after our installations, this box is just a fuse box. And yeah, while driving we could actually get electricity for our fridge, which we don't use. We learned in the first year of van living that don't use your fridge on 12 volts because you don't get any charge to your batteries if you do so. So how much it takes charging from your batteries? 10 amps. 10 amps goes to the fridge if you're using in 12 volts, and approximately 5 to 7 amps goes to batteries. While if you use it on LPG, you get whole 17 amps straight to your batteries. So don't ever use your fridge on 12 volts if you want your batteries to be full. Yeah. Lots of installations has to be done. But let's do it piece by piece and then we can get everything ready. Sewer lines back in its place. Yes. Let's continue with the cupboards inside the cupboard. Now we have room for some installation, and first installation is grounding the whole system.
Yes. Who needs vatupas?
Who needs vatupas when you have Jonni? First one goes in. We are using Bluestar charge controller, which has no smart things, so there's just a switch which you can actually choose the battery profile. And we are choosing LifeBoat 3 and it's number 7 and we put it 7. Another thing, this is not a smart controller. We are using this wire to shut off the charge controller if we need to. So in a situation where batteries are minus temperatures, it won't charge, and it's because of this cable is connected to our BMS. This is just a start and stop controller for the charge controller. Simple, no too much smart things, just pure power. Proper tools, not. Kaapelitehdas. Sitten vielä yksi tosta. Yes. Siellä 3 invertejä.
Maihin nousua juhlistava olut valahtoa vasten muovisen kupin pintaa ja kotimme sivuovesta avautuvat historialliset maisemat. Kaisu ja vaihtoehdot ovat käyneet vähin. Nopeuta matkan petrolle laisinkaan. Skandinaavista huumeja, aika kotoisaa. Auringon laskussa kimaltelevat Itämeren rannat.
Start making interconnection of the begin board to the following cell board. Make connection from connector marked out on the begin board connector marked in on the following cell board. Okay. Imagine making all these installations, and when you are in a final stretch, you drill on your smart relay. I drilled our smart relay. It got almost broken.
We did finally get rid of this Isofix this love seat that we have hated from the very first, and we are going to just register this vehicle for 2 people. And that's totally okay because we don't really have people here over, so it's just 2 of us. It was a bit tricky because it was bolted to the frame of this car, and Joni had to saw one bolt completely wrecked. But otherwise it was a pretty easy job. This stupid bench goes like this. And there's extra part. So I'm going to just cut it away so it will fit perfectly there. And put this black kind of fabric. Where's my fabric? Prolapse. We did buy this very stretchy fabric from the fabric store. So it's this kind of tube. And you don't need sewing machine to put the cushions inside here, we hope. Let's see how it goes.
Tänne vaan sanoo.
Ei, kun näitä pitää olla yhtä paljon. Ei saa vielä tunkea.
Miksi pitää olla yhtä paljon? Sano,
Siksi, koska tää pitää kääntää näin päin ja tää pitää tunkea alaspäin ja nyt pitää olla molemmissa yhtä paljon.
Ja turhaa tätä, kun tähän on...
Eli silleen niinku tyynyllinä.
Joo. No niin. Sinulla ei ole mitään syytä, että sä millilleen oikein.
One argument later, we have the final product. It looks pretty good. So you just squeeze the end parts here.
And Sarah's boudoir is ready.
No, do you know what it needs?
Pillow.
More pillows. 1 pillow. 2 pillows. And maybe more from the shop. Maybe. When we are watching a movie from the computer or just browsing the internet with the same computer, I usually sit there next to the captain's seat. But when we are eating food, I like to be faced next to my spouse. So this way, this seat is really great. And I can already feel this is so much cozier and comfier. I don't have those annoying pointy hooks here that I always crush at my bottom with it. I love this spot so much. I'm always here now.
Lots of really thick wires and lots of cable clamps and lots of shrinking tubes. We went a little overboard with the thickness of the wires, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Now we don't have any losses, and the heat, there isn't heat on the wires if we use something that is giving or taking lots of amps. Yeah, first thing was installing the batteries there, the room, and after that it was a boring part. It took us 1 week, 30 hours or more per battery, so we could actually charge them up. It's like when you had these old phones back in the days, when you had to charge them for overnight, so you can actually get all the capacity of the battery. It's same thing for lithium batteries. You always have to top balance them, or bottom balance, but we did it top balance. So basically you just charge them full and then started using them. Yeah, I used 5 amp power supplies, from my workplace, and that's why it took so long. Charger for 1S battery cost like 50 euros. I didn't want to use that because it was just time that took a lot. Yeah, after that, lots of wires and lots of equipment. Always when you think about system, I always try to cut them to pieces. We have 2 pieces in our system. We have the chargers and we have the consumption. The consumption is, every consumption is behind 80 amp fuse, and there is a battery protect. Basically, battery protect does when the voltage goes too down, it cuts all the consumption, so it saves our batteries. Really simple, and it doesn't take any power. I think milliamps, maybe 10 milliamps. So that's nothing. Yeah, then it's just a simple thing. Plus and minus, put them together and hook everything that you need. We have just the inverter on our van, which is like external, and then we have this shout box, which is our central electrical box. It used to have chargers and all those kind of things, but we unplugged everything. So now it's just a fuse box for us.
Every appliance that we have is a 12-volt system, except our computers. So, yeah, we upgraded our electrical toothbrush, equipped with the USB port.
We used to charge them with our inverter because we didn't find a suitable charger for toothbrush. But now Amazon found it really good. Battery products and the consumptions, it was done. It was just a really simple thing. And the chargers. There's a couple of things. When your batteries are full, you don't want to charge them. So there is always have to be some kind of relay that stops the charging. And also, lithium dies if you charge them when you are below 0 freezing temperatures. Same thing. These batteries has BMS that has low temperature cutoff. So basically there's this huge lump relay that cuts all the charging when it's either battery are full or the temperature is too low. It's really simple. There is just 2 wires that comes there, and the computer on top of the batteries tells the relay to stop charging. For the chargers, we used to have the shout box, which had 17 amps charger. So when we drove, it was 17 amps, and when we were plugged in, it was 70 amps. We upgraded a little bit. So now, when we are driving, we get 60 amps. And when we are idling our van, we get 4 to 5 amps approximately. We actually tested that one.
It's starting up. And there we got charging of 36.6 amps while idling. 40 amps.
Got electricity.
This is just coming from the idle. Whoa. First charging device is connected to our grid. 42 amps at idle. We got charging first time to our new lithium batteries. And 45 amps is a lot.
It's a total game changer for us.
No, this is...
Do you know what time it is? It's freedom time! Whoa.
That's the charger and the blower motor. Started because yeah, it's giving 45 amps on a small box like this, and it's really dissipating the heat out of itself.
And for the plug-in power, so when we are plugged to the grid, we used to have 17 amps and now we have 100 amp charger, or we don't have that yet because they forgot to put it in the box, so it's still on the way to Finland.
Yeah.
But we are gonna get it, and then we have 100 amps of shore power that we can charge our batteries. And why so large charger? We learned from the last Europe trip that all those caravan stops, they have these poles that you have to pay per minute or hour or anything. It's really common. So now when we have 100 amp charger, we can actually charge the batteries full from empty to full in 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, so we don't have to stay in those boring stellplatzes. We can just plug the power and wait for a few hours and then start driving again.
Yeah, same thing for if you go to camping ground. In Finland at least there is this day use.
Charge.
So you can go there on a daytime, maybe be there for 6 to 8 hours and with maybe €10 fee.
Yeah.
So in the same place we can charge our batteries in 4 hours time and we have totally full batteries. And third thing, if we buy a generator in future for our plot, for example, then we don't have to actually run the generator there for hours and hours and hours. We can just put it on and in a couple of hours we have full batteries. Otherwise it would be 17 amps and it would take like 24 hours. So we don't want to run the generator all day long.
Yeah, we really hate the generator sound, the buzzing sound. We like the silent.
And all the things that we do, we try to avoid buying a generator. So all these things that we bought here is because we don't want to buy a generator.
Yeah. But let's see if we need to buy a generator at some point.
Yeah. And we have also a solar charger there, 60 amps. We already made a video about it, and it's we haven't actually seen it working yet because our batteries are full. And it was 4 days ago when we plugged in, and they are still full of 94%.
That's a good sign.
So every day we are using approximately 2% of our battery power. So there's nothing to be charged. We have full batteries after 4 days still, and no charging has happened.
That's a really good feeling. That's like freedom. And why we didn't go overboard from the very first day when we moved into this van, we didn't really know how much we are going to consume the electricity. We didn't know what our needs or wants were that time, and also the money. We have been working now and saving money a lot, so we can have this little
luxurious,
and it feels good.
Yeah, still we did spend a lot of money on this project.
Yeah. But I don't mind spending money on your home.
Yeah, I think the whole cost of the system, including the solar panels and the solar controller, the DC to DC charger, the shore power charger, batteries with all these things, relays and battery protect, approximately €4,400.
But labor was free.
I'm pretty happy, and it's a huge cost, of course, €4,000, but the lithium in the long run is cheaper actually than the lead acid if you use lots of inverters and those kind of things. And we are always off grid, so we don't pay any electrical fees. So it's a no-brainer to put some more money to your battery bank than buying a grid connection to our plot. It costs 5,000 euros, and then we can use it only when we are there. So this is our grid connection.
Yeah, and we are still working from this campervan because of the COVID situation, so we are using electricity quite a lot.
But yeah, lots of things that I learned, lots of things that came new to me. I haven't actually studied that much lithium, or am I?
Yes, you have. And there's a good tutorial YouTube videos, so you can learn so much from YouTube.
Yes, I basically installed the batteries and the BMS and the battery products and everything, and I planned our whole electrical system by just watching other people's YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And then I was just sure that everything goes well because, yeah, I was seeing somebody else doing the same thing. So then you can actually say it, okay, that works. And I was really paranoid about all of those things on those batteries. A couple of nights I was here making tests and measurements on the system that it's really working and it's not breaking anything. And yeah, overvoltage on the batteries basically you kill them. And when I was charging them the whole night, it was scary thing.
You did good. Everything went smoothly, and I'm sure it's so rewarding feeling when you success at something.
Yeah, and I did 2 mistakes on this installation. I drilled on our relay. It got almost broken. Yeah, I measured it and it's working. So, and otherwise I fried our inverter. Yeah, we made this external button so you can put on and off it, and there was I was putting 2 wires together, and in the same meantime I melted the wires on the lights that are on the inverter. I didn't know it, and then I put it inverter on, and
then huge explosion came
and some smoke. So it's we used that inverter for 4.5 years, and it worked great. So yeah,
we just buy another one. We don't need crazy
big
inverters.
Inverter. Yeah, we actually bought new inverter and it's 600 watts, and we were buying 400 watt inverter, but they were out of stock.
Yeah. Let's talk about the spring. So the sun is shining and we can get massive amount of solar, even the sun isn't that high up yet.
But the first thing in the springtime that we do is always enable our water tank system.
Yeah, when it's not freezing anymore, so we can start using our plumbing.
Yeah, and always in the springtime we also clean the tanks. We have used either Pura tank or citron acid. It has been great. After that, 1 time a year, cleaning, we can use our tanks the whole year around.
And we will drink our fresh water from our freshwater tank, and we circulate the water, so about once a week we will take a tank full of water. We do our dishes, we drink the water, and we take showers, so the water doesn't really sit there
for longer period of time.
Yeah.
I think last time it was 3 weeks when the same water sat on the tank. Then we drained it and took like new water. But otherwise, we use the tank all the time. So it's approximately 6 days to 2 weeks time that we use the tank from full to empty.
And also we hate our anti-frost valve, which basically empties our whole water system when the temperature drops to +3. It's not even freezing. So every time we know by calendar and the forecast that it's not going below 0, we always taped up the frost control, so it won't never ever drain our water tank. We hate it. It doesn't work.
We have used that tank for winter time doing dishes and drinking from it. It's not really that.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Because it depends, when you have to do dishes with the gravity water that is so small and you have a separate gray tank, it's really awful to make like cooking and dishes, and you end up just eating snack food and everything that is really easy. We will eat more delicious food now that we can use our water plug. That's for sure.
Yeah. And also springtime.
It's been super busy for us.
The whole springtime, and it's gone even worse now. So sorry not making any videos lately. Yeah, you can see from my
Dark circles.
dark circles that
Yeah.
it has been really tough time over this, but it's getting more and more summer, so I'm hopeful that this is going to be much more
Epic
better.
summer for us.
Yes.
So thank you and stay tuned. We might have a little surprise for you.